try and prevent injury, so I can get back into my right game.
And what do you think is the best part of your game, Emilio?
I think my best part is defensive.
Yeah, Emilio Rousseau there, former standout with St. George's College in schoolboy football. There's Kenny Charleston, outstanding Haitian striker, 3 goals so far for this Portmore team, and they're looking to him for goals as they try to break a pretty long winless run.
Yeah, and he's been getting quite a few opportunities recently, not necessarily able to convert. Had a good start to the Premier League, but yeah, Kenny Charleston will really hoping he can get amongst the goals yet again and add to those 3. Let's hear what the Mobe camp had to say as well. Lakoff, this has been a tough season to you, but we go back to a few moments ago, that important 2-2 draw. How big a result was that for you, and how do you carry that coming into a game like today?
Well, that game was a very incredible one for us. No one expected us to pull off that, but I as I was saying from season, we have believed in our product, and then we are digging deep. And for that week, I changed the whole dynamics. We had some fun and games, and play some domino, play some Lodi, and pick it as a team and take it out on the field.
Is it a sign then, based on a 2-2 draw with a team that was 3rd in the league at the time, that this squad on paper is good enough to compete with the best?
Well, as I tell you, I have set a plan, and my plan was to challenge the top 4 and then go at the second half there. But sometimes we have rough patches, and things do happen. This is football, and sometimes the guys don't turn up on the day. So as a coach, you can always believe in the product, but when you go out there, sometimes things do happen, and we get distracted.
And you spoke about the fact that it was a major concern for you, especially defensively, the amount of goals you would have conceded. Do you think that you've been able to patch that area and sort things out at the back?
Well, we have brought a change in. I have make a shift and put my assistant coach in the middle, and he's just guiding the youngsters as they go. So we did lack that leadership quality on the field. I don't say they can't play and they're not, but that extra experience that does come with the whole dynamics
Premier
of
League
play.
champion.
Right.
Giovanni, your coach spoke about the fact that you've brought a Premier League champion back into the Mobe middle. You at the back, in the back line, you've been a schoolboy champion. How important is your leadership from the back?
I feel like it's important. I feel like I was leading the team good, but Dwayne Ambrose came into the team and gave us that extra punch we needed. So last week we got a good result. Last time we got a good result at versus Arnold Gardens.
Yeah, big 2-2 result. How would you assess that performance, and how do you continue that here today against Portmore?
Well, that performance, we were first to all second balls. We had that drive that we needed, that little push. So we just have to just try and carry that out today again, and we can get a good result again.
And how would you assess your performance so far this season? How do you think it has gone for you?
I feel like I've done good personally, but I would want us to do a little bit better as a team. But I feel like Coach Littman does come and kind of bring us together a bit more, camaraderie and thing. So we're getting there.
Naseem Grant, player to watch here for this Montego Bay United team, a former standout in the Costa Cup football for Raciz at central midfield, and he's a high quality player looking to revive the form of this Montego Bay United team. We go to break. When we come back, the starting lineups and more build up on game 1 of the afternoon. back at the Tonis Bowling Sports Complex. It's a continuation of match week 19 in the Jamaica Premier League, powered by Digicel, and we're getting ready to watch Portmore United take on Montego Bay United. Two teams struggling in the table at the moment. Montego Bay United at the bottom of the table and Portmore United in 9th position, which by their traditional standards, very disappointing for their fans, because Portmore have been the most successful team in the history of Premier League football. There they are in their white outfit. 7 titles for Portmore United. Back-to-back champions 2018 and 2019, and among the most powerful teams in the history of Premier League football. So a 9th place position for them at the moment. Very, very subpar. Montego Bay United even worse. They're on a 15-game winless streak, 4-time champions of the Premier League. They had been champions under the name SEBA back in 1987 and 1997, and as Montego Bay United they were champions in 2014 and 2016. Stefan Duar, the man with the whistle, Melvin Reed and Shabar Dennis, the assistants, and Odette Hamilton, who is there talking. And now Stefan Reed gets in there, just trying to organize the teams to get their act together. Yeah, they have to take photos before these games, and Odette Hamilton and Stefan Duar are both trying to ensure that they do the right things. So last week then, Montego Bay United, with their 2-2 draw against Arnett Garn, snapped a 7-game losing streak, but they're still on a 15-game winless run. So although their performance last week was encouraging, with a 41-year-old Dwayne Ambersley back in their central midfield, let's see if he can come back and do something good for them this afternoon. Here's a Portmore lineup. Benjamin Williams in goal for them. Chavoy Watkin, their strong central defender. Stephen Young, Emilio Rousseau, Alvinus Mars, the St. Lucian defender. Rodolphe Austin, the veteran, former Jamaica captain as well. 2-time Caribbean Football Cup player of the tournament. Shay Smith, Siobhan MacDonald, former Harbour View player who played with Cornwall College and successful the Costa Cup teams. Malik Stevens is there as well.
And they'll be playing with a 4-5-1. Let's see if Charleston can get amongst the goals yet again. And yet the last time Portmore scored, he was the goal scorer. And it's good to see Shay Smith back in the lineup after his enterprising play off the bench last week against Vere.
Yes, stunning for Portmore that they have not scored a goal in their last 5 matches. Here's the Montego Bay United lineup. Devonnie Burton in goal, Ronaldo Wellington, Giovanni Reid, Renaldo Wellington. There's Ronaldo and Renardo. Javon Shepherd, Dwayne Ambersley, the 41-year-old, Nazim Grant, Christoph Murray, Shandy Brooks, Devereaux McKenzie, and Navon Turner. Without question, Ambersley, the oldest player in Premier League football this season, coming out of retirement last week.
Yeah, and Premier League champion with Montego Bay United as well, bringing his experience to the fore and really helped them to that 2-2 draw against Arnett Gardens. A very unexpected result, and a big one it was for Montego Bay, and one that Leecroft Letman has been proud of for his team and so on. But lots of changes. Good to see Nazim Matale Grant back in the starting lineup as well, the creator.
And there's Ambersley. Actually played so well about 7 seasons ago that he was called into the national setup by Winfred Schaefer, the national coach at the time, and actually had 3 caps for Jamaica. Very, very solid player. Has been the assistant coach of this team for a while now, but they haven't been getting any results, and his presence in their midfield last week as we get ready for the kickoff appeared to have boosted them in a 2-2 draw with Arnett.
Yeah, player assistant. He's still the assistant coach, but yeah, obviously his wealth of experience, and well, he's been a part of a winning team, captained it as well back in 2015-16. So yeah, a lot of experience there, and obviously he's helping these youngsters to learn the level.
Yeah, and there's Stefan Duar, the Jamaica Constabulary Force. So he's a law enforcer, both in his day job and in this job. Austin. Portmore keeping possession of the ball. Austin adds experience to this team, tries to force the ball left side, getting Shay Smith in, but Mobe's defense line, yeah, and there's an injury immediately. That's Giovanni Reid, challenged strongly for the ball there, but looked to have knocked his shin or his knee in a very, very strong way. And yeah, he's in a lot of pain, the former Cornwall College captain.
Spoke about in the interview how good it was that Dwayne Ambersley was able to come in and fill that senior role. He still has the captain's armband though,
yes.
Giovanni Reid, and as I said, a winner with Cornwall College back in 2016.
I think he was on the Mobe books briefly as well. Yeah, there's the challenge.
McDonald was with the challenge.
His former teammate at Cornwall College. They played on I think winning 2017 the Costa Cup team, didn't
16.
they? 16.
Yeah.
Giovanni Reid also played Premier League football for UWI.
Yeah. Siobhan was actually pretty young at the time, came off the bench in that season. But the year after that, he was,
I think that was
the main man. Yeah.
I think that was part of the period when Cornwall College had this, outstanding under 15, under 17 program that fed their senior team to some really outstanding results in the Costa Cup football.
With the Doc at the helm, Dean Weatherly.
Yeah. Of course, remember that team very well with Peter Lee Vassell and Jordan Fletcher. Propelling Cornwall to some outstanding results. Champions Cup winners, I think they were as well. Poor pass. Very, very windy conditions here at the Tony Spalding Sports Complex. So some of these aerial deliveries by way of passes just be affected by the swirling winds here. Yeah, aiming there for Shea Smith, but not finding him. Yeah, that was Malik Stevens, one of the teenagers in this Portmore United setup. And that ball misses everyone, goes through and over the touchline for a throw to Portmore United. There's Philip Williams, former coach of Tivoli Gardens, coaches St Andrew Technical in schoolboy football. Has taken over from Lenny Hyde for this Portmore team. And in his opening fixture last week, a 0-0 draw with Vere United. Did suggest at the end of that game, Chris, that he was reasonably satisfied with how the team played that 0-0 result, because they were coming off 3 consecutive losses. Portmore were 3-0 to Waterhouse, 1-0 to Humberland, and 2-0 to Harbourview, and getting a drawn result against a Vere United team, albeit not a team that is scoring a lot of goals and too high in the standings. Based on the performance of the Portmore team, Philip Williams had rated the effort pretty decent.
Yeah, that would have been his first match with them as well. I think he said there was an enhanced creativity amongst the team. An area that Portmore have really struggled with, as you said. They've not been able to score in 5 games. Didn't score last week either, but created probably a few more opportunities than they had been previously.
With Austin trying to get the ball out of their back. Here they are with a forward move, still top of their own half though. Good pass forward. That was Cunningham getting the ball left side there to McDonald. Oh, McDonald loses possession there, not in a good spot, because it allows Mobe United with a quick counter-attacking move.
Yeah, I would like to see McDonald get in higher positions. I think in that game against Vere, he was caught too deep many a time, and even though he has great creativity about him, I think he has a good shot on him as well, and he would add something if he was higher up the park, especially in terms of shooting from that area and being a danger. And this man as well, good with the left foot.
Delightful ball from deep from Rudolph Austin. The cross inside, the header on goal by Charleston. He doesn't get a proper connection there, and McDonald's pass is wayward. Ambersley now has it, looking for passing options. Yeah, waited a little bit too long, wasn't satisfied with the passes he saw, so he didn't play the ball early. And Portmore on the attack. Austin's cross threatening, and the header out, stopping the advance for the moment. Austin having a lot of touches on the ball here early. The most experienced player in this Portmore setup, not only in Premier League football, but certainly for the entire league, and has a lot of overseas experience at the moment as well. Having played in England, was actually the Leeds captain for some time, although they weren't in the Premier League at that point.
Yeah, they were in a championship.
Yeah.
As I said, over 100 appearances. So
Yeah, good to see him back in local Premier League football, giving some of his experience back to the young players, and I think Coach Philip Williams will rely on Austin to help him to develop some of these young players, giving them some confidence and giving them the sort of know-how that he has been able to garner over those years.
Yeah. Even though he's slightly younger, a similar kind of job to what Ambersley has been asked to do by Lee Croft Letman.
Yes.
Just bring that form of stability and calm head.
Very disappointing for Portmore that they're in this position, 9th in the table, and really struggling to get results
and goals.
And goals so far this season. Only 4 victories Portmore has had. Long range effort there behind, no threat on the goal. Portmore's victories so far this year, only 4 of them have come against Cavalier, Vere, Mobe and Mount Pleasant. There's Lee Croft Letman, the coach of the Montego Bay United team. He was a replacement coach for Ricky Hill, the former England international, who was coaching Mobe United at the start of the season. And Letman taking over the role mid-season.
But these two teams so far off the team above them that a win today still wouldn't change their positions in any way, especially considering Humble Lion won yesterday. That was an important victory for them, so they have solidified 8th spot for now. Portmore, even a win today would leave them still a point below Humble Lion.
Yeah. Wellington just getting the ball back there to his goalkeeper Burton, who has had some pretty outstanding outings here for Mobe United so far this season, partly because his team has struggled so much. Their goalkeeper has been really busy. I saw a couple of outstanding performances from him in goal at Sabina Park when they were playing a couple of matches there. And
took over from Tummins.
Yeah, he was actually the man of the match for the 0-0 draw that they had with Harbourview in mid-March at Sabina Park. I remember that one well. And because his defense has been so leaky and his team overall has been so unproductive, a lot has been on his shoulders to keep more goals from scoring against this Mobe United team.
He was removed eventually, and Peter Sinclair had actually taken over the reins between the sticks, the young ex-Cornwall man, and well, they've gone back to Burton.
Yeah, Stephen Young there coming back at central defence to head that one out, but he's given up a corner here, the second for Montego Bay United, I think, for the match. And Montego Bay United having a reasonably encouraging start here, keeping the Portmore defence line honest in the opening 10 minutes of this fixture. Grant's corner is a little bit overhit. Mobe trying to keep the pressure on, and they've won themselves a corner again, I think. Yes, Stephen Dwyer, the man with a whistle, points to the corner flag there. He has been doing a lot of Jamaica Premier League matches so far this year. Not a bad player himself. I've seen him play. He has good quality as a football player, and I guess he understands what the players are going through here, being a player himself. Corner again to Mobe. Yeah, pretty easy take there for Benjamin Williams in goal. Charleston putting some pressure on. Oh, almost wins that one from Wellington. The last minute Wellington keeping the ball. Ambersley goes long. Oh, really accurate pass there forward. That was Shandy Brooks, I think, taking that on the chest. From a very good pass from Burton. Austin tumbles over from the challenge. An appeal for a foul, no sympathy from referee Dwyer. Smith is dragged back. Free kick to Mobe. To Portmore, taken quickly by Austin. Charleston is putting the chase on. Charleston, the Haitian, goes all the way back. Austin under some pressure. His pace isn't what it used to be, Austin, so with these younger, quicker players around him, he is forced to make his decisions a lot more quickly. Williams' long kick forward. Assistant referee's flag has gone up for an offside call against Kenny Charleston. Portmore has astonishingly gone 5 consecutive games without a goal. Can you believe it? No goals for Portmore in their recent games against Veer, Harbourview, Humberland, Waterhouse and Cavalier. Their last goal was scored on the 10th of April in a 2-1 loss to Arnett Garns, and Kenny Charleston was the man scoring there, so they haven't had a goal in 5 matches and 11.5 minutes now. Ambersley with a strong challenge.
Creating opportunities has been an issue, and the absence of Demar Rose hasn't made it any easier for them, who national reggae boy representation. Demar Rose, really good creator within the middle of the park, but suffered some injuries, and then he's out for personal reasons as well. That's why McDonald has been brought in, but I would love to see the two of them playing in tandem, and that's been unfortunate for Portmore. As I said, last game Philip Williams did say that they created a couple more, but I think the way they attack Lance are a little bit too slow, so they allow teams to regroup very well. Charleston always a willing runner, but doesn't always have the support, and I think that's part of the problem as well for them.
Yeah, McDonald didn't get a lot of playing time at Harbourview. They're getting more playing time now here at Portmore. Let's see how well he embraces the opportunity. Ambersley. Reed. Ambersley. Not a big crowd here at the Tony Spaulding Sports Complex at the moment. Of course, the crowd will build up for the second game of the evening when the home team Arnett Gardens tackles Malines. McDonald. Charleston breaks the offside trap and goes goalwards. Charleston. Yeah, bobbles with the ball just a little bit. The opportunity just dissipates a bit. Stevens' attempt to get across inside there deflected, and Burton brought into action once again. Wellington for Mobe on the right. Goes in the middle there to Grant. Busley. Wellington's pass forward. Doesn't find the target.
Offside. Still looks a little bit more enterprising though, Mobe, when they're coming forward in terms of the channels that they're running, those diagonal runs, creating the space. A little bit offside, but more players coming forward, right kind of there, and a bit more composure being shown because Ambersley is involved. I think patience is a problem for these two teams as well. When they don't see something immediately, they opt for the long pass, which I don't think works in their favour.
Yeah.
There you go again.
Yeah, but you're right. When Portmore are on the attack, it's pretty much Kenneth Charleston himself. But when Mobe are on the attack, at least you see a 2 or 3 players on the front end offering themselves as targets for passes and scoring options or scoring opportunities.
Charleston has really good pace. What I would like to see from him more is when he gets in one-on-one positions, that you take on that final defender and get off a shot. I think he's too willing to turn his back and play a backward pass. He's inside the 18-yard box with one defender to beat, and plays a pass 3/4 way back. So I think I would like to see confidently a much more confident approach from him.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think the reason why he did that just now, though, is because he lost the momentum and the advantage in going towards goal, and he saw where there were defenders covering, and the chance for him to take on the defender had sort of been diluted at the moment, so he went for a back pass. But if he was a little more assertive when he approached the defender, I thought he could have been in a position where he could take on the defender. We'll have a look back at that in a short while, but the best opportunity for both teams so far, I would think.
He's always willing to run. You see his movement here again. But
Rousseau. Another good play there by Rousseau. If that ball was on his right foot, he would have. Yeah, here
he's opportunity. Yeah. McDonald with a pass.
Right, so he outpaces the man here. Now he has the opportunity to take up. Yeah, but he stumbled over the ball, and by the time that happens, there are more defenders coming to cover, and the opportunity to go goalwards had sort of, I don't want to say disappeared, but it didn't look as attractive.
Yeah, it didn't look as attractive.
Yes, so he went back. I think that's what happened to him there.
I would still like to see my centre forward, especially in my team that's struggling, not give up so easily, because he's deep in the 18-yard box with a real opportunity. Yes, the second defender was coming, but he was still late. Still like to see him take him on, at least get off a shot. Let us test Burton in the goal, who is a man who is just coming back into the team as well.
That's right.
We don't know about his confidence from their perspective. Try.
Yeah, Rousseau gets the ball back to his goalkeeper, Benjamin, who goes long upfield. McDonald with a headed pass. Trying to get Malik Stevens in there, but the ball didn't quite reach him. Good start to this game by the 41-year-old Ambersley. Controlling things at midfield, doesn't look very different from how he looked 6 or 7 years ago when he was marshalling things for Mobay. Here's Shea Smith, very dangerous player, great shot, but on the near post, the goalkeeper Burton is right there to stop it. Yeah, Shea Smith, tall, very rangy player, but a lot of speed and a lot of confidence on the ball as well.
Good to see him back in the starting lineup. Many questions were asked as to why he wasn't playing. 3 goals on the season. But look at how he attacks his defender when he gets there. Yeah. Runs at him. Grant tries to cut in on the left.
From Ove. Still Grant with the ball. A little bit too much weight on that. That was actually Christoph Murray there. Just turned the ball away, and just a little bit too much weight on the pass there. There's Austin, a close-up of a former player for several clubs in Europe. Played in Denmark, Norway.
Brøndby in Denmark, yeah. A lot of games for them. 101 appearances for Leeds. Known to score as well, Rudolf Austin, but not in recent times.
Stevens into the box, Stevens. Yeah, good defensive work there, just partially blocking the cross and giving Burton, this man, an easier opportunity to hold on to the ball. We're approaching the halfway point in this first half, and pretty tight going here between these two teams. I have to say that a 0-0 scoreline is, I guess, par for the course for these two teams. Have not really done that much this season. The header back there for Young to goalkeeper Williams.
Both teams together have only scored 23 goals. Waterhouse at the top of the scoring charts, they have 34.
By themselves.
In fact, 23 goals between the two teams would still lay them in 5th in the scoring charts overall. So
very, very dismal season, and I was out like, yeah, here comes strong defensive work here from Stephen Young, just putting enough pressure there on Christoph Murray, not allowing him to flourish on that play. There's Emilio Rousseau. They've scored a handful of goals in the Jamaica Premier League since his signing with Portmore a few seasons ago. Tends to score spectacular goals from free kicks and so on.
Always with the left foot.
Yeah. Myers. Charleston's pass intended for Smith. Much too far forward for Smith. Charleston, I think, had played some USL Championship football before joining Portmore. Philip Williams in his second assignment here as the Portmore United coach, moving from Tivoli, who suffered a disappointing loss last night to Mount Pleasant. We're back in business with a 4-goal effort, Mount Pleasant, and solidifying their position among the top 6 teams at the moment.
Yeah, putting a gap between them and Cavalier in 5th now. And Mount Pleasant 4 victories in 5 games, so they're really making a statement now.
Yeah,
Mount Pleasant.
2 goals for Daniel Green last night as well.
And 2 for Trevante Stewart, who is now up to 7 on the scoring charts, and an assist for him as well, and a man of the match performance. So big centre forward, really doing well for Mount Pleasant. Remember, he was at Malines initially, scored 2 goals there, but is really enjoying his time at Mount Pleasant. I think he's developing as a centre forward as well.
Yeah, of course, Green's brace last night now makes him leading scorer in the Premier League ahead of Atafori Bygrave from Dunbeholden.
And that's the first that has happened this season. Bygrave been leading the scoring charts right from day 1.
Yeah.
So
Leecroft Letman, who did a lot of coaching with some of those Cornwall College youth teams that I spoke of, under 13, under 15, under 17s. So he's been part of the Cornwall College developmental program. A yellow card is coming out here from referee Duar to Shea Smith. Yeah, he doesn't appear to be complaining too much. He accepts the yellow card for this incident. Let's see what he does here. Yeah, some shoving here and stepping as well. So first yellow card of the game, Shea Smith from Portmore United. 0 the scoreline between these 2 teams as we approach the halfway mark here in the first half. Both teams trying to break a pretty lengthy winless record. Murray under a lot of pressure here from Watkin, who does well. Watkin has been as good as you could expect from a central defender in a team that has been struggling. Many Portmore teams, Portmore performances we've seen, Chris. We can't say that Chavoy Watkin has played badly. He has played really well most of the games I've seen him.
He's arguably their best player this season.
Yeah.
Chavoy Watkin, I think a player that George Davis likes as well. He lost his starting place for a while, and I was very surprised at that, because he doesn't really have a bad game, and he's saved them many a time, Watkin.
Yeah, MacDonald on the left here for Portmore. His pass is really accurate here, but Smith with a left-footed one-time strike doesn't get a proper connection there. Really accurate pass there, picked out by Siobhan MacDonald.
Yeah.
But Smith was in so much room, I thought he didn't necessarily have to kick that one time. I think he probably could have taken a touch and then struck at goal. Watkin bobbles with the ball a bit. Watkin under a lot of pressure. Yeah, Watkin just jacks back there and gets a yellow card for that challenge on Mackenzie. Mackenzie was putting some pressure on him, and he sort of jolted himself back, arms raised. Here's where the yellow card comes up. Almost loses the ball here. Mackenzie put some pressure on. He slaps him. Yeah, left arm, the right arm, just swinging it and slapping him in the face. So that's a yellow card that is fully deserved.
I understand what Watkin was trying to say, though, that Devereux Mackenzie went into the back of his neck in an aggressive manner.
So he was reacting.
Yeah, he was reacting, but as he said,
Stevens cross, a little bit overhit. Shea Smith put some pressure on. Wellington forward. Some pressure here for Grant. Free kick to Mobe, just on the halfway line. Just a little below the halfway line. Long kick forward. I think he wanted more players on the front end to try to retrieve the long pass he was offering. Burton with the header out. Ambusley gets a second header for the second ball. Wellington. Ambusley just has a glance, sees where he is. Good football from Ambusley. Smith uses his pace to get away from Ambusley. I think had a little bit too much pace on that pass. I think even if it had beaten the defender Reed, I don't think Charleston would have retrieved it in the meantime.
Did him a favour with a block pass.
That's right. There's a fall here on Smith, and they've earned themselves a free kick, and maybe Austin will strike this one.
Yeah,
there's a play.
Definitely a foul from Wellington. Not really. He was hoping it would have been shoulder to shoulder, but I think he went into the back of Smith instead. We haven't really seen Austin though striking them with real venom from this kind of distance of recent.
Stevens. Yeah, just crowded off the ball there. Double teamed almost. Yeah, Watkin puts a very, very aggressive challenge there on Murray. Throw though won by Montego Bay United. It's going to be taken now. There's Watkin. A no-nonsense central defender, is he?
Yeah. I think he had a case for that yellow card, but he's going to have to be careful now, especially with his style of play, having picked up a booking so early.
Yeah, very aggressive kind of player. There's Javon Shepherd for Montego Bay United, and there's Albinus Myers, who has put in 2 fairly solid seasons for Portmore United so far since his arrival last year. His left-footed clearance there just doesn't go very far. Luckily for Portmore, the resultant cross inside goes behind. Yeah, there's Myers. One of 3 or 4 St. Lucians who have been playing in the Jamaica Premier League in the past couple of seasons. Elvin Doxley from Champions Cavalier last year. Here's Jebbick McFarlane, also his Portmore United teammate. And there's a Cavalier goalkeeper as well, Bartlett. So 4 St. Lucians in the Jamaica Premier League at the moment.
Fino Bartlett.
Yeah, happy to have them here. Good cross inside. Well, not really. Much too close to the goalkeeper, but the intention was solid. Of course, Portmore would know the value of having quality Eastern Caribbean players in their setup. Remember the Grenadian standout Anthony Modeste was part of the Portmore United winning squad of 2005. They were actually CFU Caribbean Club champions that year as well, defeating Suriname's Robin Hood in the final. I say Robin Hood and you laughed. Chris, didn't you watch those TV series, or am I too old?
No, certainly. It's just very unusual to hear that name in football.
Robin Hood.
Yeah.
Grant goes to the left side of the 18-yard box. Has a bit of trouble here as Young puts a lot of pressure on him, doesn't give him the comfort, and now Portmore coming away with the ball. Charleston, his first touch not as good as it needed to be, but his pace allows him to recover. Pass not very good though. Myers. Yeah, he's not seeing the passing options he wants. Russo. Yeah, things just haven't gone well for Portmore so far this season. And early in the season, I remember Lenny Hyde, who was coaching at the time, spoke of trying to develop some of the young players into the setup. A model that Portmore has used well in the past, but the difference is they had a lot of experienced quality players on their rosters that would complement the young rising players, and that is the reason why they've been so successful. But there's a bit of imbalance in this Portmore United setup at the moment.
and it's been going on since halfway through last season. Remember, they started the season so well. They were on top for the first five or so rounds.
Yes.
And then they finished so poorly, and it's just continued into this season as well. They really have lost their way.
Rosso is crossed inside. Not as good as it needed to be. And goal kick has been won here by the Montego Bay United team. So we're at the half-hour mark. And Rosso's delivery there inside the box just needed to be better, the Portmore captain.
Still feel though, lads, like a lot of the Portmore players are playing within themselves. You even look at Rousseau, you know that he can do so much better. You see Siobhan McDonald, you haven't really seen that sparkle Demar Rose when he was in. You see it at times, but not consistently.
Myers wins possession here. Now Austin has it. Myers again. Portmore having a lot more possession in the game, 58% at the moment. Rousseau's pass is well read and cut off here by Wellington. Rousseau. Smith has pace and uses it. Charleston waiting in the middle, but the delivery again is poor.
Yeah, the end product from Smith wasn't good, but I like the fact that he was willing to take on the defender, which is what I had asked of Charleston earlier. Yeah, Smith willing to take them on and provide the opportunities, as we see the Annette Guard contingent waiting around for their feature match. They've had a rocky road of recent, even though last week was a big victory for them over Dumble Holden.
Yeah, there's Montego Bay United trying to find something here close to the half-time break. Two goals against Arnett Garns last week, Montego Bay United, which they would consider satisfying. They had gone 2 games without scoring against Mount Pleasant and Tivoli to the back end of April and early May. Moby on the advance. Yeah, the ball bobbles there on the referee, and yeah, I think he's going to do a drop ball there because he recognized that he inadvertently interfered with the play. Here's Reed for Moby. Yeah, the pass again, not good. Charleston getting in there with the interception.
Yeah, the players definitely gotten very sloppy, and the tempo has gone right down to a real snail's pace, which I don't think works in any of these teams' favour.
Grant under pressure from Watkin, who menacingly approaches him and stops his advance. Yeah, some viewers making some comments here. Chris and Peter Parker, I love Portmore from the Hazard days, man. They would rip any team apart. No, they're in and out since they changed to Portmore. That's a little disingenuous because they've won more titles as Portmore than they had as Hazard. But I understand the point he was making. Hazard was a very, very solid team. Yeah, those are comments there from Peter, who is watching on YouTube. Long effort on goal, over the top coming from Turner, one of the few goal scorers for Montego Bay United so far this year.
Willing to get forward, versatile player, playing the centre back role. He's played wing back as well, Nevon Turner. This wasn't a bad attempt, not an easy skill.
Yeah.
And actually did pretty well for a centre back. He's been asked to play in the midfield as well at times in the central role. Central defensive role, that is.
Big long clearance upfield. Rousseau times it well and wins the ball. Now Watkin. Back to his goalkeeper. Also watching YouTube, Amoy Peter says, let's go Portmore. And Travis Besson says, get them Montego Bay United. Number 23 Murray. Fernando Cesar is predicting a 1-1 draw between these two teams. Well, if it is 1-1, it would mean that Montego Bay United would score a goal for their first time in 6 matches, because they haven't in their last 5. Montego Bay. Portmore, I should say. Portmore haven't scored a goal, I should say, in their last 5 matches.
Yeah. Montego Bay scored 2 last week.
They did, yes, they did, yeah.
I wonder if there should have been some communication by Murray just to let that go. Could have done a step over there, Devereux McKenzie. I think that's what yeah, that's what Murray's saying to him. But you'd have to let him know that, Christophe. Maybe that was a moment that the person watching was talking about. Christophe Murray getting on that ball for the finish.
Big long clearance downfield. Young is under some pressure, tries to gnaw the ball back to his goalkeeper. A penalty shout here, and the referee, Stephen Dwyer, has awarded Montego Bay a penalty, I think. Yes, he has. Stephen Young found himself in a spot of bother here as he tried to head back to the goalkeeper. Yeah, and the challenge from goalkeeper Benjamin Williams.
Yeah, not sure he had to commit either, but because he was going away from goal, he actually wasn't much of a danger to him, Williams. It was not the worst head back from Young because he headed the ball away from goal, so he wasn't putting his goalkeeper on any immediate threat.
Yeah.
But Williams had already decided that he was going to commit, and I don't necessarily think that was the right decision from him. And went with his hands in an awkward position too, Lance.
Yeah, goalkeepers will always give up penalties as long as they miss the ball in situations like those. Even sometimes they touch the ball marginally. If they get the player, the risk is always to give up a penalty. So Shandy Brooks tumbles over from the Benjamin Williams challenge, and it's Turner with penalty kick for Montego Bay United. Eyeing his second goal of the season. Let's see if he'll get it. Turner on target from the spot, and Montego Bay United are 1-0 up on Portmore. So huge disappointment here for Portmore as Montego Bay United celebrate a lead in this game, a position that they have not often held. Leecroft Letman, their coach, happy with things as they currently stand. 7 minutes to the halftime break. Yeah, there is a penalty.
Yeah,
just
out
to
of
the
nothing.
left of the goalkeeper. Yeah,
just allowed Williams to commit and then slotted it into the safe area. Turner, we just spoke about Turner getting forward, had that enterprising volley a few moments ago. A player who likes to come forward. Lots of composure, Turner, which is why he plays within the spine of this Montego Bay team. He's been a good player for them since he's been brought in. Didn't start the season. And yeah, that was a well-converted penalty. Out of nothing, you would have to say, because Montego Bay really had gone to sleep almost. And yeah, Benjamin Williams will be a bit disappointed with his effort there, considering that Brooks was taking the ball away from going to, it was going out of play, but he had already put in that tumbling dive. 3 goals in a game and a half, Lance. Well, Montego Bay, after struggling in terms of goal scoring, finding their way.
Ken breaks the attack up, fires this ball upfield, but only as far as to Wellington. Free kick.
Only Montego Bay's 11th goal of the season.
Foul there committed. Definitely a call there. Free kick to Portmore is going to be taken by Rodolphe Austin. Back to Young. Now Watkin. Austin. Myers puts Wellington under some pressure. Charleston does really well to steal the ball here. Stevens, players in the box waiting. Smith takes it on the chest, but he was offside.
Yeah, good move.
Yeah, positive move by Portmore, I thought.
Yeah, good move by Stevens, good delivery. He dipped viciously at Smith.
And the way Charleston stole the ball there.
Yeah. Always quick on his feet. Well, yes, we see the yellow card there to Wellington for the arm thrown. But yeah, very quick. Kenny Charleston is a busy player. That aspect of his game, never missing.
Yeah.
But it's a clinical aspect that Portmore will need if they're going to make any steps to get up the table. They've been falling dramatically in the table.
Yeah.
No nines.
Yeah, pretty much out of playoff qualification, Portmore.
Yeah.
Mathematically, they could still do it based on points available, but the trend would make it a pretty safe bet that they won't make the playoffs.
And if they lose today and Malines win, they could fall another place, Portmore.
Smith, good pace. Broken up there by Turner, who tackled well. Austin. McDonald. Stevens' pass is cut off. Ambersley. Watkins with the clearance. And here comes DeAndre Cunningham. Stevens, still Stevens, under some pressure. Smith pulls the ball up really well. Smith changes the angle of attack now and goes to Rosso. Cunningham. Austin will go wide, I think. No, he goes straight to Smith. Smith's first touch is poor. Montego Bay United give the ball away again. Smith. Giovanni Reed gets in the way, heads the ball behind for a corner.
Not a bad build-up by Portmore. Still need better final deliveries though. That aspect of their game hasn't been good at all. They have got the space, they have found areas where they can create problems, but the final delivery, the final decision whether shot or pass has been off. Still not a great fan of Siobhan McDonald playing in the wide areas, but let's see.
Corner to Portmore. Can they pull one back? A minute on a half to the half-time break, or could they level the scoreline here? Lots of white shirts in the box. Austin looking very mobile, just trying to pull players with him and confuse the situation.
It's a good ball.
Yeah, over the top though. Did find Austin though. He was so mobile there in the box, just moving up and about, not allowing anyone to tie him down.
More times than not, the delivery from Rousseau will be good from the dead ball. Austin generally good in the air, not sure if he has the same spring in his legs like a few years ago.
Yeah.
Over 80 appearances for the Reggae Boys, scored some 7 goals for them over the course of a long international career, where he captained the Reggae Boys for a while as well.
Yeah. Murray's cross deflected by Watkin, who does really well here. Watkin, we're told, is initially from Montego Bay United, played for St. James High in the Costa Cup competition, so he will know these Mobe players very well. Also played for Falkland in the Western Confed, Shefoy Watkins, so pretty accustomed to senior football. But first time with Premier League Giants Portmore. I say Giants because that's their reputation, not their current status. 1 minute added on for stoppages. It's Javon Shepherd for Montego Bay United. And there's young Stevens turns well. Smith puts the chase on, but Turner gets there before him. Good confident work by Turner. Yeah, Burton's clearance isn't very convincing. It hardly goes beyond the 18-yard box. Rousseau now has it. Cunningham, McDonald. Yeah, I think Rousseau could have been a little quicker with that cross, and eventually he's won a corner though because it was deflected behind. So the minute has expired, but the whistle hasn't gone. Pretty sure it will after this corner is taken. Montego Bay leading by 1-0. Second corner here for Portmore. 5 corners by Montego Bay so far. And Rousseau's corner slips out of the hand of Burton. And the whistle from referee Duar. I thought it would have been the last kick of the half, and it was. Montego Bay United leading by 1-0 on an Yvonne Turner penalty kick after a foul by Benjamin Williams in the Portmore goal. So Portmore, 5 games without a goal. Half time here, still no goals for them. And Montego Bay United with this man, the 41-year-old assistant coach, getting back into the playing gear, Dwayne Ambosley, and trying to steady things here for the sinking Montego Bay United, who are bottom of the table in the Premier League at the moment with just 1 win for the season. 15 games without a win so far at the current point in the table, and looking to get a result here. So they lead it by 1-0. Montego Bay over Portmore United. Tony Spalding Sports Complex for match week 19 action in the Jamaica Premier League, powered by Digicel. And at the moment we're seeing Montego Bay United on a 15-game winless streak, leading Portmore by 1-0. Not a tremendously dramatic first half. Stephens with a cross in, and Charlestown's header not as clean as it needed to be. Yeah, there's a Stephens cross again, the young player getting a firm cross in. Wellington with the clearance, getting the ball away. Austin's long ball downfield here to the right to Shea Smith. Smith twisting, going inside, driving low and hard, but on the near post. Burton in goal for Montego Bay United, makes it look easy. Bobbles with it a bit, but he's safe. Yeah, Montego Bay pressing forward from the outset here, and that effort on goal goes high from Turner. And here's where the goal was scored. Young hitting the ball back, and just being tripped there as he went for the ball. Shandy Brooks by the goalkeeper Benjamin Williams, giving up a penalty, and Nevon Turner, second goal of the season, makes sure of it as Williams dives in the wrong direction. And Montego Bay United holding a 1-0 lead here on that Turner strike from the penalty spot, and a leading Portmore United, who had beaten them by 1-0 in the first round under an Aaron Elliott goal. Only one shot on target by both teams, both having tried twice to go at goal. 10 fouls in the match so far, 6 of them to Portmore players. 2 yellow cards for Portmore, 1 yellow card for Montego Bay United. 5 corners forced by Montego Bay United, who have looked positive for the most part. Portmore United 2 corners. Portmore though having more time on the ball, 54%, and trying to get themselves a win here and a goal as well. Portmore haven't scored a goal in the last 5 matches of Premier League football. So Montego Bay United, as we said, on a 15-game winless streak, leading Portmore by 1-0. This is a battle, we remind you, of 2 teams that between them have won 11 Premier League titles. 11, 7 to Portmore and 4 to Montego Bay United. This is the second day of football competition, match week 19 in the Jamaica Premier League. Let's take you to the break with the highlights from yesterday's action. Mount Pleasant 4-1 over Tivoli Gardens.
As we take a look at the highlights of this one, Mount Pleasant, they started off more aggressively. And, this one was put over the top. It was a big chance early in the piece. That actually went to Stewart. And Stewart was a nuisance all game. And Watkins had to make the save there. Here's Daniel Green coming in to thick of things now. Was brought down by Kevin Garnett inside the box. Was an easy decision by referee Mason. And the Green felt the touch, went over, picked himself up, and then converted from 12 yards. In the 14th minute, Mount Pleasant with the lead. The first goal of the game, the first of 4. Tivoli Gardens had their chances there through their skipper Barrington Price. Probably would have preferred a striker being there, but good work by Keno Simpson, sending that one across. And the Price upset with himself that he couldn't have done better there. And then Mount Pleasant, wonderful stuff, but then the shot from Green over the top did well to work the space, and then couldn't keep that one down. Probably was a little bit embarrassed there in the end as well, Daniel Green. This one was rifled into the path of Shavon Sean Paul. Simpson had a decent game, and then Paul with the mistake. Really should have done better there. Warner Brown converting. Was quickest there and putting it past Shavon Sean Paul early in the second half, in the 54th minute in fact. And the Tivoli Gardens were back in it. And then Green doing enough in the 62nd minute. Ball played through to the middle of the park, and the Green getting by Watkins, getting the better of him, and just putting it into an empty goal. Yeah, he was under pressure, and he still had to get it right. Morrison's delivery to Trevante Stewart. That was a good header. It really was. You get the feeling that Watkins could have been more dominant inside the 6-yard box as that one came in. Not the best defending either. And it was meat and drink for Trevante Stewart. And the Timothy Gardens, they became toothless, and it was easy for Mount Pleasant to try and hit them on the break, and Stewart with a really good finish there at the near post. From defense to attack. Ball played deep from McCullough, and Stewart with the finish, making it 4-1 to Mount Pleasant. 3 points in the bag for the home team, Mount Pleasant. It's a good win for them.
exciting and world-class action coming up on the home of champions. Sportsmax 2, Tuesday night. The Dallas Mavericks against the Golden State Warriors, who are leading this NBA Western Conference Finals. And the Champions League decider, Saturday, 2 o'clock, 3 Eastern Caribbean time. 13-time champions Real Madrid up against Liverpool, who were touched off for the English Premier League title this past weekend. All that coming up on Sportsmax 2 on Saturday afternoon. Back at the Tony Spalding Sports Complex for the second half of Jamaica Premier League football, powered by Digicel. Montego Bay United leading Portmore by 1-0 at the moment. And Mobe are excited as they are harboring thoughts here of getting their first win in 16 games. They're leading by 1-0 at the moment. Turner's long kick downfield is actually overhit, and Rousseau gets there first. Cunningham stands firm in midfield for Portmore. His long ball gives Myers too much work to do, and it's a throw to Mobe. Turner again with a long kick downfield. Ambusley just nudged from behind there by Stevens. Yeah, Stevens, a teenager, just manhandling the 41-year-old Dwayne Ambusley, who could be his dad, grandfather even, biologically. Free kick to Ambusley from Montego Bay United. Young gets the header off. Cunningham. Oh, that's well won. Strike on goal, just wide. That's Wellington with a strike that almost hit the target. He won the ball well, very alert, and one shot on goal on the half volley, and he was almost on target. Yeah, he just robbed the ball there from Cunningham, Cunningham, yes it was, and the shot just had a little bit too much bend on it. If that didn't bend, he would be celebrating Mobe's second goal of the evening. Charleston, Stevens, Myers, still Myers. Wellington putting the pressure on. Myers now dribbles away. Still Myers. Oh, he does too much and loses it. Yeah, his coach won't be happy. He had so many options there. Stevens, very busy player, finds the speed of Charleston. Yeah, Turner taking no chances there. He's the goal scorer from the penalty spot that has Mobe leading this game by 1-0. Smith, heads on here, trying to find Charleston, doesn't find him. Myers does well with the interception. Stevens now. Portmore with the opportunity. Stevens' attempted cross inside is blocked by Ambusley. Gives up a corner though. Stevens. Corner to Portmore. Their third of the match. And Emilio Rousseau. His corner is a good one. Young appeared to get a header there, but not a clean header. And now he's in some pain as well. So I'm holding his face there, so to have been struck as he went up for it. Here's the corner kick. Has some collision there partially with his teammate Rodolph Austin. Stephen Young at central defense for Portmore coming up for the set play. Watkin goes up high for the header. Grant doesn't beat Young. Myers, Cunningham, Smith wants it. Stevens gets it. Watkin, Rousseau, Shea Smith putting the chase on. Oh, the ball knocked inside, just wide. Yes, enterprising there from Shea Smith. Saw the goalkeeper off his line, and here's the effort. I'm not sure if he was he was under so much pressure, he had to think quickly.
Yeah, I was about to say it was good work by Turner, who actually came back to close him down. Now, had he had a little bit more time, that man Burton would have been off his line and in problems. It was really in no man's land, Burton, so if that was on target, it would certainly have been a goal. But the pressure from Turner forced Smith to try and use his instep, and it was inaccurate. Had he been able to use the wider surface area, it probably would have been a goal.
Yeah, the sun has gone. The lights are on at the Tony Spaulding Sports Complex. Home field of Arnett Gardens, who play Malines in the feature match this evening. In the 50th minute, Portmore trailing 1-0. Devon Turner with a goal from the penalty spot, having Montego Bay United leading this fixture and trying to prevent the double defeat for the season, having lost to Portmore in match week 8. Watkin. Brooks, still Brooks, under a lot of pressure. Fights hard, but eventually loses the ball. Stevens, Cunningham, Myers, Stevens. Not sure if that was a pass. Now Watkin with some room here on the left side for Portmore United. His long pass searches for the speedy Haitian, Charleston. Oh, there goes MacDonald. A little bit too much weight on the pass here for Charleston, and the opportunity for Portmore United goes a-begging.
Yeah, great how he closed the space there, MacDonald, and with him in that position, you expected a pass of better quality. Yeah, just a little bit too hard. Trying to play allow Charleston to run onto the ball, but too much.
Yellow card coming out here. Yeah. Referee Dwar takes out the yellow card and shows it to Turner. Yeah, the number 20. At the moment, the Mobay hero with his strike from the penalty spot that has Mobay leading. But here's what he did. Yeah, very, very late challenge. So, and taking the man out. So Turner now on a yellow card for Montego Bay United. Corner to Portmore. Five or six white shirts in the box for Portmore. Rousseau tumbles over the ball from Mackenzie's challenge. This man having a mountain to climb here. Not easy coaching a traditionally strong team that is struggling. The Portmore fan base, though, luckily for him, not as vociferous as the fan base of like a Waterhouse or a Arnett or a Tivoli.
Not surprised if he goes to the bench and goes for their previous goal scorer in this fixture.
Yeah, Young's cross is easily handled there by Burton in goal for Montego Bay United.
He's struggling to create opportunities. Charleston making some runs, but he doesn't really have any help up there. I'd like to see him probably bring on someone else who has that kind of dynamic play, another willing runner, just to pull the Mobay team out of position a bit more. Someone who is a natural wide player. I don't think he should be having MacDonald playing that wide here, because he's not naturally a flank player.
Looks so comfortable on the ball, Grant. Look at him like he's in a training session. Burton, Turner, his ball is whipped quickly into the box, but no Mobay player there to make use of it. Handball, free kick to Portmore, high inside the Mobay United half. Still windy conditions here, even though the sun has gone. Here comes Stevens, doesn't see the room to get the shot off. Now he puts the cross to the far post. Wellington being fought for the ball by Charleston. Russo, Watkin, Young. Myers probably wants it. Yeah, gets it. Stevens. Good passing now by Portmore. Shea Smith. Strong challenge by Turner. Just breaks what was looking to be a pretty neat passing sequence up for Portmore. Shepherd with a quick throw, referee wants it retaken. Yeah. Dwar sends them on their way. Turner. Big long strike downfield. Yeah. Slight shove there, I thought, there from Devereaux McKenzie. Gets the ball back. Watkin gets in the way. Portmore about to make 2 substitutions, as you had suggested, Chris.
I do think they need more running, so hence McFarlane, who is a natural wide player, Jevic McFarlane, not a St. Lucian. They're actually not going to go for their goal scorer in the last fixture, Elliott, but I like the idea of a wide player.
Smith is being taken out as well. Marklin Burton is in for Stevens.
Young Burton.
And Smith exiting the game as well. Javick McFarlane, the St. Lucian, to take his place on the team. So there's McFarlane. Already knows what it feels like to score Premier League goals in Jamaica. Ambusley. Strike over the top. It's Christophe Murray just sinking his boot into that one, but leaning back just a little and getting the elevation that he didn't need. Yeah, there it is.
Good turn though. Did almost sell the defender that he was going to turn towards the right, to the left initially. Oh, sorry, to the right, and just changed his body weight very well. But yeah, as you said, the strike was certainly on, but it was always going over. Good kind of era, Montego Bay, getting themselves into there.
Young for Portmore now has it. Cunningham goes along. Cunningham searching there for his captain, Russo, who retrieves it close to the corner flag. He's offside though. Javi McFarlane, who just came on, the substitute. The second St. Lucian in the game now, this 25-year-old. Previously played in St. Lucia for Uptown Rebels and View Fort South. Also had a stint in the Trinidad and Tobago Pro League with Morven Caledonia. Had 2 goals last season for Portmore. Young gets in the way. Oh, neat pass forward there by Grant. Looks so smooth on the ball. This too close to goalkeeper Williams. And makes use of the height advantage he's afforded as a goalkeeper. McFarlane's forceful pass forward. A bit of scrambling work there by the Montego Bay United defence. Austin. Good cross. McFarlane! And the diving save by Burton. Close call there for sure.
Yeah, didn't make a good connection, McFarlane. But these are the kind of runs he can provide, and this is what Portmore need. More players in the box, good area, needed a better connection. It was an awkward height, but he rose well, McFarlane. Looked to cushion it with the right foot into the far corner, or into the near corner, I should say.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea, just didn't make the kind of connection that you would have liked in terms of generating the power.
Yeah.
And so it gave Burton a chance.
A fine delivery though from Rousseau on the left.
And that's what he's capable of. We don't see these overlapping runs enough from Rousseau this season. And part of the reason why, as you said, Portmore are just not getting forward enough. And we know that the opportunities that Rousseau can provide.
Yeah, but here's the goal. Here's the reason why Montego Bay United are leading at the moment. Shandy Brooks taken out by goalkeeper Williams, and he isn't able to stop this penalty from Nivon Burton. And Montego Bay United leading by 1-0. This was first half action, and in the middle of the second half at the moment, Montego Bay United are still leading. 60 minutes gone. So 30 minutes remaining, and Montego Bay United, there's their coach Letman. Not often we see him with a smile on his face, but there's a smile there now.
And he's also doing medical duties as well.
Yeah.
On the sidelines.
Yeah, and maybe the Sportsmax app is being in use there.
Elliott is on, Lance. There he is, Aaron Elliott.
Yeah, former Portmore, Tivoli, and was on the Molynes books at one point as well.
Yeah, he started his Premier League career at Molynes, then went to Portmore, then went on to Tivoli during last season, 2021.
Yeah, Fogarty is also on for Shandy Brooks, so Montego Bay United also making a change. Murray's putting a chase onto this one. Under some pressure here from Myers. Shows good skill, gets rid of Myers. Well, Myers is still there, but he kept the pressure off for the moment. Wellington.
Yeah, Fogarty is a talented forward. You remember in the Costa Cup final years ago where he scored that winner for Rossies?
Yeah. His dad also played football for Rossies and the Costa Cup football as well. He was I think a championship winner with Rossies.
Made such a great story when he followed in his father's footsteps.
Yeah, a powerful Rossies team, or teams of the 1980s and so on, with Emerson Diggy Henry as their coach.
Yeah. So many Rossies players in this Mobe team. The Wellington twins were a part of that Rossies team in 2017 that won the Costa Cup.
Yeah.
So was Nazim Atale Grant. In fact, he was a captain. Grant wore the number 10.
Grant is such a smooth player. I mean, he passes the eye test with flying colours, doesn't he? He just plays as if the ball is attached to him.
And that's why so much is expected of him. I still want to see better from Grant, though. I think he needs to impact the game more.
Yeah.
It does look smooth, but you want the end product.
Yeah.
You don't just want the eye pleaser.
Portmore trying to respond. So far, they haven't been able to. Montego Bay United trying to get their first win since the 31st of January, would you believe, when they defeated Molynes by 4-1. A double strike by Lodrick Houghton. Nosworthy and Barton also goal scorers on that afternoon. So they've gone almost 4 months now without a victory, Montego Bay United.
Should be noted that none of those goal scorers are on the match card.
Yeah.
Amazing. It just shows the problems that Mobe have had in terms of trying to find the right mix.
Yeah, not even on the bench, are they?
No, yeah, not in the squad at all today. Yeah. Barton did play a couple of weeks ago, but Lodrick Houghton, who was one of the standout players for them in the early part of the season, and one I think who had a lot to add, he's gone missing.
Yeah. Wellington for Montego Bay United. Grant with a fancy back heel pass. Wellington under some pressure. Whistle.
Another hand in the face.
Yeah, I think that was Austin that committed that. Austin looking apologetic. As you had mentioned earlier on, he gets a yellow card, Austin. Yeah. Former standout player for former Reggae Boys captain, 3-time Caribbean Cup winner.
Ooh.
Yeah, there it is.
That was a serious shove in the face.
Yeah, actually twice MVP of the Caribbean Cup tournament, even though he played on 3 championship winning teams. 2 of those championship wins, he was player of the tournament. Was player of the year in the Norwegian Premier League when he played there in 2011 as well. And as we said, over 100 appearances for Leeds in England. Championship football they were then, not in the Premier League. Of course, they returned to the championship competition. Oh no, they won't. They were saved, weren't they? Burnley going down. Yeah.
Saved up, yeah.
Burnley, the relegated team. Leeds will continue on in the English Premier League. Portmore. Oh, strong kick downfield. McFarlane puts the chase on. Ooh, just fails to keep the ball in. Yeah, what a run there from the St. Lucian.
I wonder if he didn't realize that the ball had actually stopped on the line initially because he gave up. Yeah. I wonder if he had turned around quickly enough that it would have been saved. But yeah, he has the legs, he has the speed, especially in those wide areas.
The pace in which he went, the momentum took him too far beyond the byline, so it was hard for him to come back in time. Yeah, we're mentioning Leeds had this titanic struggle to stay afloat in the English Premier League. Only decided on the final day yesterday. Burnley it is that will go down. Murray retrieves it well. Still Murray. Can he get the shot off? He does. Yeah, he gave himself the room, but the effort was high. Didn't have that much power on it. I suspect that Williams would have been comfortable in taking that anyhow.
Scored 1 so far this season, Christophe Murray. Coming from Stets, or St. Elizabeth Technical in the Costa Cup. Christophe Murray. I like that he's always willing to shoot though, Lance. Once he gets into those positions, he is looking to create a shot for himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, not bad technique. His shots have been high, but you get the impression that he's getting closer.
Yeah, Ampersley with a strong pass upfield, but Murray's in an offside position. Austin. It's Martland Burton. Austin again. Myers. All the way back now to Stephen Young. Now to Watkin. Yeah, this is part of the reason why Portmore are dominating the ball possession stats, because they are playing the ball around a lot in unthreatening areas. Cunningham. Just being chased there by Fogarty. Excellent pass to McFarlane, who takes it down well. McFarlane has pace, still McFarlane. Yeah, Tornadoes, who has to get a big strong clearance out. But McFarlane looked threatening there heading into the box.
Good impact player, that's what he brings, energy, and that's what Portmore need. They're way too slow on the ball, Lance, and almost a team morphing into the pace of Rodolphe Austin at the moment, which is not good.
McFarlane. Yeah, can't get by Turner, who has been a tower of strength here for Montego Bay United. Apart from being the goal scorer, he's been tidying up a lot of things at the back and is, I would think, the front runner at the moment for man of the match.
Yeah, very solid player, Turner. And as I said, real utility player for the coaching staff as well.
You wonder where the Portmore goals are coming from, because we've established that they haven't scored any goals in the last 5 matches they've played. And their last 3 goals were scored by the same man, Kenny Charleston. Scored in their 2-1 loss to Arnett on April 10. Scored the goal in their 1-1 draw the week before that against Tivoli. And scored the second of 2 goals when they upset Mount Pleasant by 2-0 on the 27th of March. Watkin had given Portmore the lead on 69 minutes, and Charleston finished it off in the 86th. So Charleston had scored 3 of the last 4 Portmore goals, and the last 3 themselves. He hasn't really looked much like scoring today.
No, he hasn't had the best of service either, though. I think McFarlane coming on, though, has added a different dimension.
Yeah.
Especially some width. Here he is. Look at how he looks to attack the players. I think that's the right idea, and he gives it away all.
Yeah.
But yeah, the movement when it comes to him is a bit better because of his energy.
Yeah.
You know, they're looking to make things happen.
So not many goal scorers currently on the field here for Portmore. McFarlane scored 1, and he had scored in their 1-1 draw with Humberland back in mid-February, and here he's getting into the box. McFarlane, his cross inside. Burton, can he get the shot off Burton? Oh, a cluster of Montego Bay United men making sure that the shot isn't on. Eventually Cunningham goes for it, but it sprays way over the top.
He's a man who scored 1 goal as well, Lance. What, some 8 goal scorers in the Portmore squad?
But how many of them are on the field at the moment?
All except Demar Rose and Shea Smith.
Yeah.
Smith has 3 as the joint leading goal scorer at Charleston, and Demar Rose 1. But yet Watkin, McFarlane, Rousseau, Cunningham, Charleston, and Elliott.
Yeah, Elliott just came on. Well, they're hoping that he'll be a super sub today. Cunningham. Elliott doesn't get the pass. Good passing in midfield from Mobe. Oh, good skill by Fogarty. His pass, though, gives Mackenzie a lot of work to do on the right flank. Wellington. Yeah, Mobe, you can see them trying to manage this game. The last thing they would want now is a Portmore equaliser.
Well, Portmore will be counting on it, considering Montego Bay United have conceded some 33 goals so far this season.
Yeah. To be fair, though, they've looked better in this fixture than we've seen them in most of the matches they've played so far this season. Turner again gets in the way from the Rousseau cross. Yeah, Turner's been having a big night here for Montego Bay United. Rousseau cross.
And guess what also goes in Portmore's favour, Lance? Mobe have never kept a clean sheet.
Wow.
So
not good.
So yeah,
well, there's always a first.
There's always a first there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Young. Myers.
Portmore will be saying not necessarily now.
Wellington. Grant. Yeah, look at the ease with which Grant just goes through 3 Portmore United players, and now Murray now has it. Fogarty's in the box waiting for the cross. It doesn't come, not yet anyway.
Oh, they slow it up again.
Yeah, Fogarty wants the ball. Yeah, Grant tries to get it to him, but Portmore passing their way out of trouble. Burton. Turner robs the ball. Wellington. Oh, the rebound. Austin gets in there. Burton getting close to the ball, but Reed gets there first. Shepherd. Giovanni Reed. Grant. Wellington. No, that's Turner. Austin. Burton. Under pressure, Burton. Slides the ball forward. Here comes McFarlane! What a block by the goalkeeper, Burton. Second strike by McFarlane. Drags it wide. That was Portmore's chance for the equaliser. And the St. Lucian unable to convert from two tries.
Well, we spoke about the energy that McFarlane was bringing to this team. What a glorious opportunity. Great save the first time, but he should have scored with the left foot on the second attempt. The two substitutes combining, that was a lovely pass by Burton. The first touch from McFarlane was excellent. Goalkeeper did well to close the angle, but the left-footed second attempt should have found the back of the net, should have at least have been on target. Good first touch, that was a good strike. And what a save that was from Burton. Left-footed attempt though, I just think seeing the goalkeeper in his peripheral vision, sliding back across, put him off, McFarlane. But yeah, he's certainly been a real impact. He has had a real impact on his game since coming on.
Letman gives Fogarty some instructions there by the touchline. Fogarty watching his clock there because he'll see less than 15 minutes remaining, plus time to be added on for stoppages anyhow. But Burton is the centre of attraction at the moment, the Montego Bay United goalkeeper, who got in the way of this strike, a powerful right-footed strike from Javik McFarlane here. The St. Lucian just denied here by the goalkeeper making himself big. It was like a foot save. I think it ricocheted off his thigh or some part of his body. But the rebound fell
nicely.
Yeah, for McFarlane. But McFarlane was unable to get that one in. Grant is being taken out here, probably getting a bit tired. Wow. Rashid Brown is on for him. Yeah, I think work and industry will be the watchwords now for Montego Bay United, and maybe Coach Letman doesn't feel as skillful and as smooth as Grant is. It doesn't fit the profile of what he needs from the team at the moment.
I wonder though if Grant was controlling the possession, the ball retention very well. He was.
Yes.
And the tempo of the game, I think he did slow it down a couple of moments ago too much, but it's very difficult to take the ball off him. So when Mobe do have possession, he doesn't give away the ball. So
yeah, that's true. But there are other factors the coaches will have to, because he did appear to be tiring just a bit. And if Mobe are to hold on to the 1-0 advantage they have here, there will always be the temptation to make sure that you have fresh players on, or players who have energy to fend off what we expect to be a Portmore onslaught here for the last 13 minutes or so.
Let's see how the ball handling goes. Because
your point is taken.
They will get the ball. So let's see if Rashid Brown and company, maybe at this point, the 41-year-old Stalwell will take over.
Yeah. Burton. Oh, slides the ball across. Here comes Charleston with a header. Doesn't find the target.
Flag is up as well. So it wouldn't have counted offside. Yeah. Just carried in the breeze a little bit too far for Charleston. You see it here, he has quick feet, but not quick enough. Yeah, good vision though by Burton, the teenager, who two really good passes in quick succession from Burton. He is a person who actually played that pass for McFarlane a couple of moments ago, and then this one as well.
Yeah, good passer of the ball. Yeah, so I would think that Letman could be seeing these build-ups from Portmore beginning to look threatening, and just wants some more energy in his midfield to try to cut off some of these passes going goalward. Watkin tumbles over from the challenge. Yeah, Portmore wants the play to be restarted as quickly as possible. Mobe, for obvious reasons, not interested in the quick restart.
Not sure that was the right idea from Watkin, just losing his composure there. That was clearly a shot and not a pass.
Yeah. A long kick downfield. Cunningham with a header forward. Wellington.
It's going a bit too big.
Yeah.
Interesting that they've asked Wellington to play in the midfield today. I actually think he's done a pretty good job.
Yeah.
The captain has played in a centre-back role and wore the captain's armband early in the season. It's not often that the two brothers have started. But yeah, this one playing it in the right, in the central midfield position, Ronaldo. And he's done a pretty solid job. Not a bad passer either.
Yeah, McFarland there just taking on Shepherd. Shepherd winning that battle. Just over 10 minutes remaining now, plus time to be added on for stoppages. And Montego Bay United chasing their first victory in Premier League football since the end of January. Would you believe it?
Certainly agree with you, though, that this has been one of the most impressive performances they have had.
Yeah.
But obviously their 4-1 win over Malines would have been noted. But in terms of all areas of the pitch,
yeah,
they have been pretty good today. Well, much better than what we have seen generally in the season from them. Because usually not very solid defensively.
Yeah. Rashid's strong pass across there. So he's the substitute number 8 that came on for Nazim Grant that we'll be watching very closely, because we've had this discussion about the
ball retention.
Yeah, the ball retention, and he will have to do what his coach has asked of him, because he's replaced a quality player, albeit a quality player that may have been tiring late in the game, Nazim Grant. But all eyes on the number 8.
And especially a team who's conceded 33 goals for the season, you wonder about their ability to concentrate for 90 minutes and not give up chances. So it's even more important that you keep the ball, knock it around. So it's from that perspective I'm thinking, if Portmore continue to press with the defensive record that Mobe have, you think their chances are high, in terms of getting back into the game.
I think one of the benefits of this current roster that we're looking at the moment, though, is that they now have a team leader out there in Dwayne Ambusley. Portmore getting ready to make a couple of changes. A lot of times you see teams struggling on the field, Chris, there isn't a team leader there. There isn't a leader there who is taking control of things and engineering plays and motivating the players, and Ambusley is doing that now. Cunningham is out and Jaheim Rose is on. So Portmore putting on some more fresh legs just ahead of the corner, and Rose immediately goes to take the corner, I think.
Had a disappointing outing against Fear last time out, lost his starting place, as we see. Lindo is also off. That's a bit. No, sorry.
Charleston is out. Charleston is out now, so their main goal scorer, Portmore's main goal scorer, is now off. Hasn't played that well today, though. 5 or 6 white shirts in the box for Portmore. One slice off the head of, I think it came off Elliott, but the referee Duar is awarding a goal kick here to Lions, and
that was a chance.
Yeah, I thought so.
And in fact, I actually think the Portmore players got in their own way. There were 3 Portmore players lined up, as I said, Elliott with the final touch. But yeah, that was a chance.
Long kick downfield. Young with a header out. Yeah, Myers trying to force the ball upfield. Here's our Sportsmax at moment for the match. And Burton with a ball forward, and the brilliant save here as McFarlane rifles a right-footed shot from point-blank range, and Burton gets in the way. So Devonnie Burton, the goalkeeper for Mobe United, gets the Sportsmax at moment of the match with this fantastic save. Off the top part of his thigh, I thought. McFarlane disappointed, but it's the Sportsmax at moment of the match. And now Burton is down again. Yeah, so we're back to the live action with Burton.
Working the clock?
Yeah, I would think so. Something I don't really like, because the time is being added on anyhow, so...
You see a lot of the goalkeepers in the JPL doing it though. Right?
Yeah.
The question has been asked, what can the officials really do to manage it, because you know the game can't be played without the goalkeepers.
Yeah.
Sometimes I guess you just have to plant a P as an official.
Right.
Say we're looking for this, and you will be, you can be cautioned for time wasting and those kind of things. But yeah, how do you prove it's not an injury?
Yeah, Philip Williams not happy here at the moment with the Portmore position in the game as a new coach.
You'll be disappointed that that chance, that's such a good chance that they had with McFarlane wasn't taken.
Yeah. And he would have felt that he did his job because McFarlane had just come on.
Yeah.
He had just inserted him into the game to try to make a difference, and the opportunity came up. So as far as Philip Williams, the coach, is concerned, as we were watching Watkin, he made changes that he thought would help his team. Oh, the ball is played across, but Wellington gets in the way. Portmore looking really, really purposeful now in the last 5 or 10 minutes with the changes in the Portmore lineup.
But they've maximized their changes, eh?
Yeah.
5 have been made.
Yeah, but Portmore on a scale of things have looked a lot more purposeful in the last 10 minutes now.
Yeah, Burton and McFarlane have had added good things. Burton with his vision, McFarlane with his pace and the option of width.
Yeah, Watkin to Young. Jackie Rose, who is on getting into some of the midfield plays as well. Really accurate pass there from Watkin. Yeah, Burton and Christoph Murray in a collision there, and Murray holding his face. So referee Stefan Duar.
Not sure if I was a big fan. Well, you see, not sure if it was on high foot either. I think he actually put his head, got his head too low.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
But yeah, hope he's okay. Not sure if that kind of pass was the right thing though, because when you actually looked at how the field was set up, Montego Bay United were actually pretty balanced defensively there. So that pass to Burton, he would have been all alone. If he even controlled that, he would have been under pressure. So I'm not sure that that kind of cross-field pass was well timed by Portmore.
Yeah.
Maybe they might have been better suited working it within that area and pulling Mobe a little bit towards the ball and then the switch.
Yeah.
So that you leave them, you play that blind pass so that you allow space to be attacked.
Yeah.
For the attack.
Austin's long pass. Burton gets under it. Oh, he takes it on the chest well enough but loses his balance and doesn't keep the ball. Ambusley gets the danger away. He has played well, the 41-year-old Ambusley, for his Mobe team today. Watkin, Austin.
Yeah, they give away the ball yet again.
Rose.
They're just welcoming the pressure. Mobe.
McFarlane with a lot of skill but does too much now and loses it. Oh, Ambusley's pass does well to find Fogarty on the front end. Austin's challenge is successful on Fogarty.
Hands in the face again, but gets away with it.
Yeah. Wellington. Turner with a header out. Mackenzie's pass is easily cut off by Watkin. No, Austin has it. Some urgency now in the Portmore team. Oh, Elliott's pass is not good enough. Searching for McFarlane, doesn't find him. And now Wellington gets the ball away into the red and black Arnett Garden stands. Just over a minute and a half of normal time remaining. There will be time added on for stoppages. About 5 minutes, we're told. So there is time enough for Portmore to get back here. Reed with the header out.
As I said, no wins in 15, no clean sheets on the season either for Mobe. So all the history against them in terms of following through with this victory, but they've certainly played well.
Oh, Christoph Murray does really well here. Still Murray. Oh, he overhits this. Fogarty was right close to the penalty spot. Needed to fight him, but he has played the ball way beyond him, and a bit of a smile there because he knows he should have done a lot better with that. Yeah, too much power. You wonder if he was going for the goal, was he?
I wonder if he was caught in two minds.
Yeah.
And it was a half shot, half pass. Yeah, because he looked as if he looked up, and I think he thought of the pass, but then said, well, the goalkeeper is near post. Maybe I can go for the far post as well.
Yeah. Yeah, we're in the final minutes of normal time, and say that Nevon Turner is my MVP. He has been working overtime in defence. At the moment, contributing to Mobay's first clean sheet of the... Oh, there's the handball. Or was it Fogarty with a strike into the side netting? Oh, he should have done better than that. With that, he was probably surprised that he was so fortuitous in getting that opportunity.
So much quality from that kind of position, Leonardo Fogarty. Very surprising that he didn't bury it. Inside the 18-yard area on the left foot like that.
Yeah.
Time and space. That would have certainly sealed it for Mobay.
Austin's long pass forward looking for Burton.
I agree with the returner being the prime candidate.
Yeah.
Goalkeeper Burton would be another candidate as well. This is the opportunity. Poor play by Mobay, and
it just wasn't urgent enough. Just needed to be a little bit more urgent. And then the left-footed strike should have been on target.
Just at the last moment when he was about to kick, it just did it. There was a little movement of the ball and it came out the outside of his instep in the end. He certainly was going for the near post, but didn't bank on the skew.
Well, 5 minutes added on for stoppages. A minute of those 5 expiring. Rashid Brown. Here comes Ambersley. Finds Wellington, who is over in open space on the right. That was Forbes who has come on. Yeah, Mobay now trying to manage the game. Here's Forbes. Poor pass. Really poor pass. They're hanging on to the lead here. Montego Bay United chasing their first win since the end of January.
That's a play I like, Land. Fabian Forbes. Very talented player. Bit surprised that he didn't start and wasn't used early, but getting some playing time now.
Right, and Murray chases away down the left side. Murray, still Murray with the ball, goes for goal, looking for the near post, but hits it badly. Yeah, going for the surprise element there, because everyone would have thought that he'd be looking for the pass inside, and maybe the defender that confronted him would have blindsided the goalkeeper a bit and offered them the opportunity to go for the surprise shot to the near post, but the goalkeeper was there, and it was a wasted effort. Here's Elliott here for Portmore United under some pressure. Jaheim Rose being challenged here by Wellington. Rose's cross gets away from McFarlane. So time running out on Portmore. Mobay United still leading by 1-0 on the Nevon Turner goal from the penalty spot. Portmore United's 7-game winless run about to continue. And there's our man of the match, Burton. Well, certainly my man of the match, Turner. Nevon Turner with a long kick out. He has taken on a very laborious job this afternoon in fending off the Portmore men. Starting a lot of the attacking plays with long balls from deep, Turner. And he scored the penalty as well. But he has broken up a lot of the attacks. Oh, good skill here by Burton. Rose. Myers. Ambersley under pressure. Does well. That's Rashid Brown, tumbles over. He was a man that came on for Nazim Grant. He's won a free kick here for his team. So approaching the last minute of the time added on for stoppages, and Montego Bay United on the verge of snatching a win here to break a 15-game winless run. Murray will probably take this into the corner flag and idle a timeout. Myers has none of it, knocks him over, and not surprisingly, Murray is saying he's hurt. But he was doing all of that off the field.
Yeah, Myers did the right thing, knocked him off the field. So no need for the play to stop.
Rose. Portmore, time running out on them. Less than 30 seconds remaining of the time added on for stoppages. And Portmore in a huge haste at the moment. They've got to get the ball quickly forward. McFarlane has pace. McFarlane, his cross stopped by guess who? Devon Turner. Myers being urged by his teammates and the coaching staff, but the time is up, and Stephen Duar, the referee, calls a halt to this one, and Montego Bay United have scored their first win in 16 games since the 31st of January when they defeated Malines by 4-1, and this man, Dwayne Ambusley, the assistant coach, coming back on the playing roster last week for a 2-2 draw against Arnett Gardens. Another solid performance here, great leadership from midfield from Ambusley, and Portmore United are now winless in 8 games. There's their coach Philip Williams. He knows he has a big job to do. He has taken over a team here that has struggled all season, and Montego Bay United benefit from another listless performance from Portmore. And this man, Leecroft Letman, the coach of the Montego Bay United team, very happy with the result. There's the Montego Bay captain Giovanni Reid, former Cornwall College standout. And a big result here for Montego Bay United, if only emotionally for them that they have broken the sequence of winless matches. Highlights of this one: Portmore started brightly. Shea Smith here to Stevens, whose cross finds Charleston, who doesn't get a proper header on. And Portmore's opportunity here for an early goal wasted. Austin, his trademark long passes down here to Shea Smith. Smith goes toward the box, rifles a left-footed shot on, but Devonnie Burton on the near post has an easy taken goal here for Montego Bay United. Montego Bay United had their moments here, continually pressing forward, and there was Turner with the effort from distance, but it was high, but he was tremendous all evening, both in defense and in attack. Here's where Portmore gave up a penalty. Shandy Brooks knocked over by goalkeeper Benjamin Williams. Yeah, referee Duar pointing to the penalty spot, and Devon Turner makes sure of this one, side-footed, firm and hard, and it beats Benjamin Williams in the Portmore goal. Turner gets his second strike of the season. Good goal there for Montego Bay United. Portmore trying to respond, but they're under pressure here. A striking right-footed effort there from Wellington, but gets too much bend on it, and the ball just curves away from the goal. Solid Montego Bay effort here. Here's Chase Smith with a lobbed effort, having seen the goalkeeper off his line, but he was under a lot of pressure there and didn't get a proper shot off. Christoph Murray with a right-footed strike that goes high for Montego Bay United. There was the opportunity for the substitute Javik McFarlane. Excellent cross from Rousseau, but can't turn that one in. Burton with a fine pass forward, and here is Portmore's best effort to score, and Javik McFarlane, 2 bites at the cherry, unable to deliver on any of them. Burton with a fine save. The rebound falls well for McFarlane, but his left-footed strike is dragged wide. Yeah, Charleston on the back end there of that pass, but can't turn that one in on goal. Fogarty has an opportunity here to make it 2 for Montego Bay, but his left-footed strike goes wide, just glances across the side netting, and that's how it ended. Montego Bay United first win since January. In almost 4 months, Montego Bay United getting their first win in Premier League football. 2 shots on target for Portmore from 6 attempts. Only 1 shot on target for Montego Bay United, and they had 8 attempts. 16 fouls in the match, shared evenly. 3 yellow cards for Portmore, 2 yellow cards for Montego Bay United. 5 corners forced by Montego Bay United, 4 by Portmore, most of those 4 coming in the second half. Portmore having more time on the ball, 55%, but it's Montego Bay with the result by 1-0. And Chris Taylor is with our man of the match, Nevon Turner.
Nevon, congrats on the performance. Mobay's first clean sheet of the season. How do you feel as one of the main contributors to that?
Well, feel good still, cause we start off bad for a season, so we have to just do what's right, cause we see so we can't reach the top 6 even though we start off as some young youth, so we have to just do what we have to do to come back. So we feel good still.
And your player was played all over the park for Mobay. You like to come forward as well. Is that an exciting part of your game for you?
Yeah, cause I like go forward and I like get goal. I like shoot off a goal and get shot on target. So yeah, it's a thing for me.
And if you've always been the penalty specialist for Mobay, this is your second penalty of the season.
Yeah, cause my teammates believe in me and me more than believe in myself. So yeah. I'm a specialist for them, yes.
And in terms of how things are going now with senior player Dwayne Ambersley coming back in, how has that worked for you and the team?
Yeah, cause I've been playing with him 2018-19, so I kind of have the confidence with him coming back as a senior, win title already with the team. So yeah, I feel good to have him in a midfield and orchestrate when you have to orchestrate at all times. So.
All right, Nevon, solid performance today. Enjoy the win. All the best. Safe travels.
Yeah, same to you. Thank you.
Nevon Turner, they are man of the match, centre back today for Coach Lee Christ-Letman, but I'm now joined by Coach Philip Williams from Portmore. Philip, a frustrating game here for you. 6 games running now, Portmore unable to score.
Yes, as I say, a very frustrating game for us tonight. In terms of how we play, I think we move the ball too slow, and in the areas that we want to get the balls, the quality was not there to get the balls in those areas, and that is something that is very worrying for me.
And you certainly rung the changes today. You used all the substitutions. Better play after bringing them on, but still just one opportunity created, and unfortunately McFarlane couldn't bury it.
You're going to have games like these where the opportunities are far and few in between, but in terms of where we got the opportunity, I think we could have done better in terms of putting that ball in the back of the net.
And creativity, as you mentioned, you said moving the ball too slow, but what about the creativity? Not really getting a lot of chances or creating as many opportunities as maybe you would like.
I mean, the creative players are out there. It's a matter of letting go of the football when the teammates want it and not when you're finished with it, and that is something that we have to work on.
All right, Philip, we look forward to seeing you continue to build with Portmore. All the best.
Thanks much.
Philip Williams there, head coach of Portmore United. A smiling Lee Croft-Letman now joins me. Lee Croft, well, your Ludo domino tricks, it certainly worked today.
Well, in life it takes one thing to make a difference, one thing to make a change. And the changes we use one experienced player just to organize the team, and the overhead coaching is hard to get that message across when they are playing. So the coach that is experienced and the level of work that we put in, it paid off.
And the 41-year-old legs of Dwayne Ambersley still able to contribute at this level, and the calm head as well.
Yes, as I tell you, when you're a player, it never leaves you. You maybe the athleticism maybe leave you, but the experience and the communication skill it's a plus.
Not only have you broken a 15-match winless streak tonight, but also your first clean sheet of the season. You must be really proud of how the defense line performed.
Well, it's a work in progress, as I tell you from before, and it's all about belief. And from I take up this job, I believe in myself. I believe in my knowledge of the game. So it's all about the boys now executing and find this tempo. I tell them we got to finish strong. Every time we're doing any session, finish strong. And these last 4 games, we're going to finish strong.
All right, Lee Croft, top performance by Montego Bay United today. All the best. Congrats on the 3 points. And we'll see you next week.
All right, thanks a lot.
Yeah, Lee Croft-Letman there, providing a win here for Montego Bay United, their first since late January, and doing a good job here in defeating Portmore United. Both teams struggling at the moment. Montego Bay United bottom of the table, but 1-0 here over the 7-time champions of Premier League football, Portmore United. There's the result. Montego Bay United back in winners' row for the first time since January.